Moving on from question 5 of logical reasoning drill set number 10 over at lawhub.lsac.org, we come to question 6, and as always, we've got a highlight tool ready to go. We are going to read the question stem first to identify the task. Number 6's stem reads, "The dialogue most supports the claim that Carta and Reese disagree with each other about the truth of which one of the following statements." So this is a variation ultimately on an inference task. Point at issue questions of two people are going to follow a very similar structure. We're going to just highlight disagree with which of the following statements here, and we need to find something that they are guaranteed to be on opposite sides of. So we're going to potentially note if there's a conclusion, but that's not going to be as important as highlighting the statement so that we can track terms and identify what is something in the answer choices that they're guaranteed to be basically on opposing sides of. So, reading Carta first, regardless of John's intentions, his behavior in this case was both a moral failing and a professional failing. Such serious professional lapses merit severe sanctions. So we just have two statements. Doesn't really matter in the context of this task which you want to even consider as the conclusion. It's probably more so the yellow than the orange, but we just need to find something that these two people are going to be on opposite sides of. We don't actually need to render a judgment on the validity of their arguments. So we just highlight orange and yellow. We know we're going to eventually go to the answer choices and find something that at least Carta has to have an opinion on based on those two statements. So we'll just go back to the orange, and we've got Reese. "I agree that John's behavior merits sanctions because it violated professional standards." Okay, so there's a statement of opinion. "Because of the intentions that motivated John's actions, though, John's behavior cannot properly be considered a moral failing." So that's something that they're on opposite sides of to a degree. It's not a moral failing for Reese. It was a moral failing for Carta. So you can see the orange part is kind of what they agreed upon, and the yellow and the pink we've set up as the part that they're in disagreement about. But when we go to the answer choices, we're going to probably have more in common with our inference reasons to eliminate, meaning extremes, meaning things that they might disagree on, but we need additional information to be certain of, or something that they just outright agree with as a task reversal. So now we go to choice A and start there. Thank you for watching this LSAT explanation video of an official practice problem over at lawhub.lsac.org. If you're enjoying the explanation, please consider becoming a My Guru member to get early and exclusive access to additional explanation problems to help you on your LSAT journey. You can also like the video and subscribe to become notified when additional practice explanation videos are produced by My Guru. But for now, let's get back to this explanation. Every action that violates moral standards violates professional standards. Okay, you have to be careful with terminology. Carta says moral failing and professional failing. There's professional lapses, there's no standards anywhere for Carta. So because there's no standards defined for Carta, Carta doesn't necessarily have to have a position on moral standards nor professional standards. So what is said about professional standards for Reese is kind of irrelevant because Carta didn't commit herself or himself to a specific position on these moral or professional standards. So goodbye to choice A. It's also certainly a bit extreme with that every action. Then choice B, every action that violates professional standards violates moral standards. It's almost the exact same reason to eliminate. Get rid of B almost immediately, especially once you've already evaluated A. Then choice C, John's intentions are not relevant to the proper moral evaluation of his behavior in this case. Well, we know that Carta says John's intentions are basically regardless. There's no reason to consider them. But Reese in the pink says the intentions that motivated John's actions make it so that John's behavior is not a moral failing. So Reese had to evaluate John's intentions. So one says John's intentions aren't relevant. Reese says because of the intentions that basically Reese disagrees with Carta's conclusion, or at least part of it. So C is something that they are absolutely committed to be on opposite sides of regarding John's intentions. Then choice D, John's behavior would merit severe sanctions even if his intentions would have been, or even if his intentions had been different. So we're talking about sanctions for Reese. We don't actually have severe sanctions. Again, note the very specific terms. As soon as I see that severe is gone from Reese, it says merit sanctions. We don't know whether it's severe or not severe. So goodbye to D there, because Reese is not committed to taking a position on that issue of severe sanctions. And then choice E, same thing. As soon as we see severe sanctions, we go, well, Reese didn't say anything about whether the sanctions were or were not severe, or should not have been severe. So our only really relevant answer choice is choice C. And you can see how, again, a little bit of a hybrid approach wherein we're concerned with the argument, but not fully, and more treating these point at issue questions as inference varieties will help you as you see when you see the next question of this type on your next practice LSAT section or official LSAT section.